My name is Fran Toy, and I was born and raised, and I still am in Oakland, California, and I am Chinese. Both my parents were Chinese, and I'm a third generation Californian. I always say it's God's ministries through me. And I am at St. John's in Oakland, and I am a clergy associate there, and Scott Denman is very respectful of the fact that I have said to him most Sundays I'm going to sit next to my husband, because my husband still thinks about all the times he sat in a pew all by himself while I was working. And I have always said to people throughout the church that I could not do all the things I have been doing and am doing if I didn't have art support. I am the first Asian American female to be ordained a priest in the Episcopal Church, USA. That happened on June 8th, 1985, here in the Diocese of California. What I tell people is that they really should know that our God is a God full of surprises. I had no idea that I would be called to the priesthood. I was a teacher by training, and with the last name of Toy, it was perfect to be teaching kindergarten and in first grade. And I loved teaching. I loved the children, and because of that, they loved me. And I just, when I received the call, I'm going, oh, no, not me. I'm in my middle 40s. My plan is to teach until I'm 55. And by that time, my 2 children will have graduated from college, and I can retire and then just sit in front of our fireplace and grow old gracefully. And I'm sure God laughed. And here we were, at the age of 43, and the call came, and I kept saying no to God. From what I know, whether or not people would welcome a female priest was not necessarily a theological issue. It was an experiential issue. And when they found out that a woman could sing the Eucharist, preach a good sermon, be pastoral, be someone they could go to when they were in need, then it was okay. Then it didn't matter that it was a woman and not a man. When I heard God's call, it was at an EAM consultation. It was 1977, and the consultation was up in Episcopal, which is right outside Seattle. And I heard somebody ask, "Where have you been all these years? I've been waiting for you." And I looked around, couldn't see anybody. So it was weeks later. It was a by the way, I said to my rector as we were going home after some meeting at church. By the way, guess what happened to me when I was at Episcopal? EAM gathers all of the people throughout the Episcopal Church to come together. And it's a source of support. It's a source of finding other resources, especially human resources. It's a time where, my goodness, historically, the Japanese, the Koreans, they could never sit together and be at the table. But here they are, and they're talking with each other and sharing stories. And although we do have our separate times as ethnic convocations, but the rest of the time we're eating meals together, we're taking workshops together, and it's just wonderful that those historic lines just kind of blur and disappear.